He's an undergraduate from Indiana University, and I know it's the same kind of thing as the University of Indiana. At the same time, Connor said, I'm going to come to Purdue and raise my standards versus what I did as an undergraduate. So I thought, well, that's fine. You need to raise your standards in this life, young man. And so I'm glad he's here. But he works in the state of Indianapolis, and he works a law practice, and he's the practice operations guru manager at Fager, Baker, and Daniels law firm. And he had given me some words to say, which I'm not going to say. So, but anyway, Connor's been a great advocate of the program and helped us a great deal. He loves to work, and outside of work, he's in the classroom. He loves politics, a good beer, and he says the Craner School of Management. And I appreciate that. And he's really put a lot of effort into this. And when we were in Brazil together, our trip was a great help to me as well. So, without further, I give you Connor.
Hey everybody! Wow. Yeah, it's great to be with you guys. I'll try not to be too long, but when Don and Lindsay asked me to give this, I was kind of thinking, what should I say? So here it goes. Faculty and staff of Craner, proud family and friends, and above all, my fellow MBAs of the class of 2015, it is an honor to be here before you tonight. A little more than a century ago, our nation's 26th president stood before an audience at a French university and said the following: "It is not the critic that counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at his best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at his worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." As we conclude this intensive experience of our graduate business education, I felt no more fitting summation of our time together than that quote by Teddy Roosevelt. Let's face it, the last 21 months have been daunting. For me, there were many hours spent on Google Hangout, sitting in airports, and more all-nighters than I care to remember, like last night when I wrote this speech. At least now, I can maybe look forward to those all-nighters with a bigger paycheck. But I'm sure my experience here is not unlike most of you sitting in this room. As we celebrate this evening, each of us concludes this journey with a unique experience over the last 21 months. For all of us, we know that the great devotion it took to balance family, work, school, and the other craziness in this journey called life. To me, that is our largest accomplishment of all. And my hat is off to each and every one of you for being able to stick with it. In tonight's talk, I wanted to share a few things with you. First, while I may not immediately recall the exact formula for the MPV of a capital project, or remember one of those random frameworks we learned in global marketing, or remember accounting. I'm not an accountant, sorry. What I will remember and cherish are each of the relationships that I have forged with each and every one of you. Tonight, I'm not only proud to call you a fellow Boilermaker, I'm proud to call you a friend. Second, I just wanted to share with you my personal impact that Craner has had on my life. Even though I'm technically not a Craner alum, it has already started to have a large impact on my career. Over the next few months, I will be transitioning into a new role with a big job in the big city, small town kid from southern Indiana, with a great company, IBM. And I would have not been afforded that opportunity without the great resources offered and opportunities offered to me through Craner. Finally, I just wanted to spend a few moments saying thank you. First, to the Craner faculty. On behalf of this cohort, I want to express my deepest gratitude for being flexible with your time and patience with our demands as both full-time students and working professionals. Second, to the family and friends who shared in the burden over these last 2 years. You put up with the late nights, the missed soccer games, and a family member who had to spend their weekends in class. But in the end, your loved one has accomplished something fewer than 10% of those in our country have done, achieving a master's degree. Finally, I want to say thank you to Don and Lindsay, who, without their tireless work behind the scenes, none of this would have been possible. Actually, I have a request that Don and Lindsay could join me on stage. I have a small gift on behalf of the cohort for us to give. So to give you guys a little bit of a sense, as most of you all probably know, the cohort took a trip to Brazil about a month ago, and when we were down there, we decided that we were going to get Purdue Cranner memoirs for them to enjoy from Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. So I know it's not much, but we just wanted to express our deep gratitude. Thank you. Thanks again, guys. In closing, I want to briefly revisit the quote from the beginning. In life, we've all had and will continue to have critics who may or may not put our dreams down. Just remember, credit only belongs to those who actually step into the arena, just like you decided to do at Cranmer a few years ago. Thank you for allowing me to share a few comments with you this evening. May God bless you in your future endeavors as a great institution in the United States of America. Thanks again.